Bots and Books fans, this is Scorp1701, and I thought this week we would take a look at a couple of the McFarlane Toys DC Super Powers figures that I've been holding on to for a while. And they are small figures, so it shouldn't take a long time to review any of them, and I figure that's what we could fill the week with. And we will start off with the King of the Sea, Aquaman. Now, taking a look at this Aquaman, he is very reminiscent of the original Aquaman that came out in the 80s. Move him over a little bit and then we can bring up the original packaging, and you can see it very similar, and Aquaman is in the same kind of pose, but not really. He looks a little more happier in the original. He has some fish buddies, and you can see there is some differences in the figure. We'll take a look at that a little later, but now that the packaging comparison is out of the way, we'll take a look at this packaging. So starting off, you have DC up here, you have the current Aquaman logo, 12 plus superpowers with the beautiful stars. You can see Aquaman in the packaging here. Nice picture of Aquaman, McFarlane Toys. And on the back of the blister card, you have superpowers, the same Aquaman logo, DC Direct, McFarlane Toys. Collect them all. And as you can see, this is Wave 4, and the ranks are swelling at this point. Now, we've seen a few other past Wave 4s, but taking a look, scrolling in there really closely, too close, we can see that they have Superman, Darkseid, Batman, Green Lantern, John Stewart, Flash, the Batman Who Laughs, Wonder Woman, Nightwing, Deathstroke, Aquaman, Black Manta, Batman, Robin, and another Wonder Woman. So these are some really cool figures. I love how this line continues to grow. You have the Batmobile and Invisible Jet, and over here, zooming in, you get a read-up of Aquaman. You could pause the video, read that to your heart's content. We must be moving onward. And coming down, you have some credits for the box and a barcode. And if we take a quick look at the barcode, we can see that this Aquaman is coming from the DC Rebirth, and that is pretty neat. You can always see where they get the idea by checking out the bottom of the barcode here, or in this nice little sticker that they put there. I don't know. I got this online, so I don't know who put that on there. But anyway, that is the packaging, and I don't want to see the King of Atlantis in the packaging. I know you don't, so let's get him out and see how cool this Sea King really is. And here we have Aquaman out of the packaging. Now, the packaging, he stands approximately 5 inches tall, and he comes with his trusty trident. And we'll take a look at the trident in just a minute, but first off, I want to get a closer look on Arthur Curry himself. And coming in real close on Aquaman, his head sculpt is done very nicely. You have his nice yellow hair, and it's very long, coming down to the bottom of his neck, and that is cool. We got a lot of different details in there, and waves going left and right, different kind of hair strands. That is cool. The face is a paler white, but that's okay. You do get some painted eyebrows. The eyes are all black. Nose is nicely sculpted. The beard is there. It's all yellowish. Now, this is different from the original figure. The original figure didn't have a beard, but that's okay. More modern takes on Aquaman have him having a beard, thanks to Jason Momoa. And you do have his mouth sculpted in there, so that is cool. A little bit of necklines, that is good. Zooming out so we can see the upper torso of the figure. Now, he is sporting his traditional orange scaly shirt, and this one is a little different than the original because the original didn't have this collar attached to it, but that is pretty neat. Gives it a little more color, lighter orange. And then you have your scaly details all over the main part of the shirt, coming down to some nice green gloves, and the gloves are really nicely done. They still have the sharp fin type at the back. Going down to your orange belt, you got your A there for Aquaman, and then you have basically green legs for green pants, and on the back you do have this fin coming off the back of the calf. So that is pretty neat. Coming to the back of the figure itself, nothing that you wouldn't anticipate not being there. It's very simple, very close to the original figure that we got back in the day. So what I will do now is back the camera up, and then I'll throw a picture of the original figure there. And it is the basic motif, yellow hair, nice skin, orange shirt. The orange in the original figure was a bit darker, as was the green on the gloves and the pants. He had a yellow belt instead of this orange belt, and he had black painted trunks. So, it's not exactly the same, but it is close enough for me that I wanted to pick him up, and he looks like classic Aquaman. Alright, and that is what your Aquaman is going to look like. Moving on. And for our articulation, starting at the head can go around 360 degrees, and that is it. No wiggle waggle, no left, right, tiltage, up or down. That's okay. Arm can go around 360 degrees. You do not have a bicep, you do not have an elbow, you do not have a forearm, and you don't have a hand rotation. Coming to the center of the body, there is no ab crunch and there is no waist articulation, which will bring us down to the legs. Legs can go up that far and then back a longer way, which is nice. There is no thigh rotation. There is a knee joint bent, so that is pretty good. Gets you about 90 degrees there. Just goes back, doesn't go forward or anything else. There is no boot cut, there is no foot rotation or rocker. So yeah, very limited articulation for these figures, but that's how it always was, and that's the way we liked it. Alright, and that is Aquaman's articulation. Moving on. And for accessories, Aquaman comes with his trusty trident, and it's okay as far as tridents go. It is approximately 5.5 inches tall, and you have your 3 prongs, and it's done in this nice pale gold color. I think I would have appreciated it if it was a brighter color, but it's alright. And he could hold this, and it is larger than he is, so that's pretty cool. And you can have it in different attacking poses and such, so that is really neat. Alright, and that is Aquaman's trident. Moving on. And for comparison, here you have him with some other McFarlane Super Powers, with the Superman, the classic Detective Batman, the Wonder Woman, and the first Flash of the line. And they look really good, if not a bit updated, which is cool because it's a updated line, if not with articulation. But I think this brings back a whole bunch of memories of the toys I had when I was a kid, and I really like it. Alright, and that's gonna be your comparison. Moving on. And this has been the McFarlane Toys DC Super Powers Aquaman from Rebirth. And whereas I can say that it is not your classic Aquaman redone for this new line, I think it's close enough to be happy with it if you're trying to get the original feel. There is a little differences in the costume, but with the lighter oranges and greens, the collar on the shirt, he has a beard, the trunks aren't painted, but other than that, I think there's enough good here, and I'd recommend him for your collection. So if you are looking for him, he should be on the shelves now. You can find him anywhere between $10 to $15 depending on where you pick him up. I picked mine up on Amazon. You could also check out GameStop or Walmart's, and you'll find him out there. So that's it. That is the review for the Aquaman. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, keep playing.